What is up, guys? Rick Hackis here, and I just want to talk to you about the Destiny beta, and I was pretty darn disappointed with the beta. Now, that being said, it's not as simple as what I'm making it out to be. I'm not just straight up dislike the beta. Basically, the best way I can put it is, if you have played the Destiny Alpha, you're probably going to be disappointed by the beta. If you have not played the Alpha, I repeat, if you have not played the Destiny Alpha, then this video essentially doesn't apply. You are going to love the Destiny beta. And why the heck are you even watching this video? Go and play the beta. It is extremely fun. Now, to anyone who's played the alpha, though, it's extremely disappointing because you get essentially the exact same content. It's in the same area as the alpha. And aside from 2 or 3 storyline missions, you really get the exact same experience, and it was just super annoying. I really wish you could go somewhere other than the same area that was in the alpha, like especially since you can actually travel when you go into orbit. You can travel to the moon, but you just can't actually. There's like a little mission that shows level 6 ready to go. You click the mission and it's like, join us in September. It's like, thanks, guys. I could have really used those moon missions. That would have made the beta so much better. I would be playing it right now, not making this video. But instead, I'm here because, again, the similarities between the alpha and the beta, and also they've made some changes that I really am not in favor of. And the fact that you're still level 8 is a huge problem. So basically, why I'm disappointed again is that it's the same area, barely any more storyline missions, and the fact that they removed the legendary difficulty setting from the storyline missions. Before, you could basically up anything to legendary. All right, so the strike mission, you could do it normal, level 6, and you'd go through it as a level 6, sorry, but then you could up it to legendary difficulty. This would increase it to around level 8, level 9 difficulty, and it was much more difficult. What they've done now is they still have an increase in difficulty setting, but it just increases the level. For the strike mission, again, you do it as level 6. The Devil's Lair mission is the one I'm talking about right now. You do it as level 6, and then you can up it to level 8. Now the thing is, they didn't just replace the wording and just say, oh, instead of saying legendary difficulty, you just have level 8, because the level 8 version is nowhere near as difficult as the legendary version of the alpha. When you switch stuff to legendary, there was legitimately much harder enemies. Again, the best example is in the Devil's Lair strike mission. You would often encounter during the final mission, there was tons of guys with armor, like tons of armored jogs and guys and just other units of Fallen that had armor. When you level it up to the level 8 version, when you say level 8, which is supposed to be the new legendary, those guys do not spawn. So there is a definite decrease in the in how hard that mission is. Like level 8, again, level 8 is not the same as increasing it to legendary. As a result, you don't get as good as loot. Like, I'm simply not getting the same loot drops as I was before. Before, when increasing it to legendary, since again there was much more like harder enemies that would spawn, those enemies would drop better loot. But since now they've removed the legendary difficulty setting and replaced it with just an increase in levels, those harder enemies don't spawn. Yes, they increase in level and there is a little bit better loot, but it's nowhere near as good of loot potential as the setting it to legendary, which is really disappointing. It's going to be way harder to get blues in the beta. And that leads me into my next point. The level cap is still 8. And that is so annoying because it's essentially impossible. I never knew one person who got a blue weapon or blue armor, for that matter of fact, that was level 8. Every single time it was outside of the level. Now that I think is because the loot system in Destiny works in a way that when you get a new weapon, it's almost always outside of your level. It's so that you can get to it while you're leveling up. And very rare, like when you're level 8, a lot of the time, even green weapons, you unlock them, you get them, and they're almost always level 9, level 10, whatever. It's like a rare occasion to find one level 8. And I think this, gets even more so when you're talking about blue weapons. And yeah, I You can't get a blue, like, is it, I feel like, is it really that much to ask for? Like, why can't I just use a blue weapon? Like, why can't, I know it's just a beta, and I know this isn't the full release, but I would really like to be able to experience and use and upgrade a blue weapon. And it's basically impossible. If it's not literally impossible, like you can't get it below level 8, then it is so statistically unlikely that I never knew of a single person to get it. And the beta has started, and I've known a lot of people to get blues, and it's the exact same thing. Like you, I guess for the beta you could. This is still pretty early. You could now be able to unlock blues for your level, but you know, I've known a lot of people. I've even gotten some blues myself, and I know everyone who's got it. It seems like the exact same pattern. All the blues are level 12, level 13, level 10. You're not getting anywhere near. There's like not even any level 9s. So it really disappoints me that I can't get a blue gun in the beta. It's hard to experience, you know, what this game is supposed to be like if you can get like a 10th of the loot that's available. I would really want to get, you know, just a blue. I'm not asking for a legendary. I'm not, you know, saying where the hell are all the exotic weapons? I'm not saying that. I just want a blue weapon, and I can upgrade it a little bit. Like, is that really so hard to ask for? Is that really too much to ask for? So, in all, again, if you haven't played the alpha, this video essentially doesn't apply. You're gonna have a ton of fun in the beta. But I was really disappointed with the lack of increased content between the beta and the alpha. I was really disappointed that they took out the legendary systems of increasing the difficulty, so it was now going to be harder to get good loot. And for God's sakes, really level 8 again, and why the fuck can't we have blue weapons that spawn the level that you actually are and not 10 levels ahead of you constantly? So those are just the 3 things that made the Destiny Alpha super underwhelming. I really don't have much desire to play it because, again, it's the exact same content. I'm just going to be playing a lot of Battlefield 4, to be honest. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bungie, if you're listening, come on, unlock the fucking moon. Please just unlock it. I know you have it done. There's like a month and a half until the game releases. You can't tell me you haven't finished the moon levels. Please let us have it. Unlock it in a few days, and the beta people who have played the alpha are gonna absolutely go ecstatic, because that's what we wanted, just a little bit more content than what we were given in the alpha. Again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and as always, have a good day.